seen on Facebook. What's going on, y'all? So today we're going to be talking about Ava Estelle. So this is actually a company that I seen on Facebook, and they caught my eye because I seen all the reviews actually came from people that look like me, people with that melanin skin. So I checked out their website, and they actually have over 170,000 happy customers, over 295,000 products delivered, and 4.4 stars on Trustpilot. And they give you a 100-day money back guarantee. So I end up going with the Ultimate Body Care Set, which is the activating body scrub, the magic cream, and last but not least, the summer body cream. So for the first step, that activating body scrub, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and you're gonna rub it in a circular motion on your face or on your body. And after that, you're gonna leave it for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, you're gonna go ahead and wash that off. So after you have washed off all of the activating body scrub, then you're gonna grab the magic cream and you're gonna rub that in a circular motion onto your face or your body. And the last step is by far my favorite because it smells the best. Right after that, you're gonna take the summer body cream and you're gonna rub that on your face or your body. And this stuff smells amazing. And it gives you that nice glow when you step outside. And the ingredients are 100% natural. And so I've actually been using it for about 30 days now, and I can honestly see a huge improvement in my skin. Feel free to check out my channel, KD's Empire, to see a day-by-day process on how everything is going. But don't worry, there's plenty to go around. They always have sales and deals going on. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below for you guys to go check them out. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Make sure you use KD15 at checkout and you'll get a nice little percentage off. All right, guys, don't forget to click that link down below. All right, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Another busy day. Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's good? Y'all, we're gonna get started in just a second, man. Let me make sure everything is good on YouTube and on Facebook. All right, sounds pretty good. YouTube is good. Let's check Facebook real quick. On YouTube and on Facebook. All right, sounds pretty good. YouTube is good. Let's check Facebook real quick. Hope everybody's Friday is going well, man. Figured, yeah. So we're gonna be doing a little Q&A today, man. We got some people that been wanting to ask me some questions, so I figure we'll just chill today. We gonna chill, we gonna vibe out, man. We gonna converse, we gonna talk, we're gonna keep it civilized. We're gonna keep this thing PG-13. So if y'all can, man, any questions or whatever that you guys may have, I will go ahead and display that on the screen, or feel free to inbox me on Facebook or even Instagram, man. I mean, anywhere. If you don't want your name to be put out there like that, then We'll rock with that. But anywho, what we're gonna do is before we get started, y'all already know, man, we got to get those freaking likes up. All right, we need let's at least get those likes in the double digits. You know what I'm saying? You guys can go ahead and just give a little quick little shout out where you are, where you're tuning in from, or whatnot, and we'll take it from there, man. Let's get it. We're not gonna do the. I'm gonna try not to do the full 10 minutes, but when y'all hit over 10 likes, man, on social media, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, I prefer it on YouTube, but and we'll go ahead and get to it. All right, let's get to that money.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? We actually end up taking the full 10 minutes, but it's all good. All right, guys, again, man, today is just going to be nice, chill, laid back. We did go ahead and reach those likes. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for the support, man, the likes, the love. I appreciate all of that. So, what we're going to do is, let me go ahead and get this thing up on here real quick. Yeah, there we go. All right, guys. So we're gonna we're gonna go through a few of these. Whoa. Okay. All right. We definitely got some interesting questions up here. I need to pull up Facebook as well. Hold on. Let me pull up Facebook just in case somebody comments on there. I don't know why. Sometimes that stuff does not come up. I don't know why, man. I get all the ones on YouTube, but Facebook, they sometime, man. Pull this up real quick. All right. Okay, we got Facebook up here. We'll just have to switch back and forth. You guys are going to have to remind me. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Let me do this real quick. We'll start off with this question right here. And y'all, listen. Before we get into this, man, just understand these are just my personal opinions, even though I am attacked all the time on my own Facebook page because of them. These are just my personal opinions. You know what I mean? Just do whatever you want to do with this, with these messages, man. All right. Let's see. We'll start off with this one right here. What should a guy do if he is with a woman that doesn't listen or she is just rude? It's a great question, man. Really, really good question. What should a guy do if he is with a young lady that doesn't listen or she is just rude? All right. So this is what I was saying, right? If you have to deal with one of those rude, unruly type of people, I'm just gonna speak on how I address different situations. So something like this, the moment that you know anybody, anybody that's under my protection, you know, under my wing or whatever, the moment that they get out of hand, that is the moment that I would distance myself from them. All right. I'm not going to allow anybody to be around me and be like that. You're just rude and you're just doing all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. I'm cool with that, man. I think life is already hard as it is. I don't need anybody adding any extra things to that. So, what I would say to those guys, hold on, wait a minute. This thing got hot in it. Man, it was blazing up in this mug. Good grief. About to bust out this dang old shirt. But but yeah, what I would say to any guy that is dealing with a young lady that doesn't listen, make sure you do a better job at communicating. All right, sit her down. You don't have to yell. You don't have to scream. You don't have to act out. You know what I mean? Get outside of your character. You can sit that young lady down and explain to her why this is unacceptable. All right? And explain to her, you know, listen, I don't know what the heck is going on or whatever, but I honestly feel like we need to have a one-on-one because it's a miscommunication somewhere. And to sum it all up, just try to get her to understand that hopefully you're not one of those guys that's just gonna allow anybody to run over them or treat them any less than just because y'all have a disagreement or whatever the case may be. All right. Again, sit them down. Stay in your masculine. This is what I always tell guys, man. You do not have to yell. You don't have to scream. All right. Just be direct about everything. So what I do is I'll get in my head. I'll try to go through a conversation or whatever. Kind of go have a little back and forth in my head about the things, the questions that I want to ask. Because now, anytime I get into, or anytime I have a conversation with someone, I'm going to ask questions first. I'm going to ask questions to get a better understanding as to, why they think the way that they think, why they are acting out or feel like they can yell and scream, whatever. And then I'll go ahead and let them know, what it's going to be. And I would advise most guys, again, man, stay in your masculine. Don't allow anybody to get you out of your element. All right? Because the moment that they do that, you give them power. And that's for any conversation that you're going to have with anybody. Not just a young lady, but, men as well, man. Men as well. If you're having a conversation with somebody, you do not have to yell. You don't have to scream. You don't have to do any of that stuff. I think my presence speaks for itself anyway, man. I don't have to do all those things, man. And again, and if you have that conversation and the behavior does not change, then it is now time for you to distance yourself from that young lady, because you don't want things like that to escalate. All right? Great question, man. Great question, by the way. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the question. So what we'll do, we'll answer one more, and then we're going to go ahead and get into it. And then if you guys want to continue to drop questions and stuff down, I'm going to get through all of these, man. I'm going to get through all of these, but y'all dropping the heavy ones early. I want to skip over this one, but no, I'm going to answer it. I just want to skip over this. Okay, so should men get married? Oh, man. There we go. Should men get married, man? I'm a person that likes to observe, right? I like to look at, what's going on in this day and age. And when you look at the people that get the short end of the stick when it comes to not just marriage, but, the after, it just seems like the majority of guys, they get effed over. All right. If we're being honest, man, and the only reason why I'm saying this, if you look back at, what is her name? Tia Mowry or whatever her name is, man. This is just one example. I've seen so many different things, on social media, TikTok, real life, where a lot of guys get forked over if that young lady says that, I'm no longer happy. All right. I don't feel like you're making me happy anymore. I'm not satisfied or whatever. The moment she files for that doggone divorce, man, it's like they always side with the woman. So I would say this. Pay close attention. Know and don't automatically rule that thing out. You know what I mean? So if you got a little bit of bread, you know what I mean, or whatnot, man, make sure that you cover your butt. You cover your assets or whatever. Not saying that, if you do leave, she don't leave with anything. Of course, make sure that that young lady is going to be taken care of, especially if y'all have been together for a significant amount of time. Meaning, she really did try. Both of you guys really did try. But I would say this, man, any guy that is considering marriage, make sure that you get to know that young lady's characteristics, her personality, like who is she at the core. Pay close attention to what are her foundation, her morals, and definitely get to know her family, get to know the people that she's hanging around. Pay close attention to those things, because marriage is the biggest financial decision that you're going to make in your life. All right? The biggest emotional decision that you're going to make in your life. And the reason why I say this is because that person, this is man or woman, that's the biggest decision you're going to make in your life, because technically it's supposed to be the person that you spend the rest of your life with. You spend almost every day or every night with. You make all of your decisions based on, them. So I would say that, man, just honestly pay close attention, ask the right questions, and ask those and have those uncomfortable conversations, man. It's a lot of people that don't want to step on any toes, but again, this is the biggest decision you're ever going to make in your life. So make sure you have those questions up front. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't assume, because that never goes well. But should men get married, man? I'm trying to sum it up and just answer the question. Oh, I would say yes to those guys that know how to pick and choose the right wives. Absolutely. I I would say yeah, those men should definitely get married. All right, y'all coming with the heat today. Anyway, but let's go ahead and bring up this doggone reaction, man. I did not. I wasn't expect. I was expecting some funny, lighthearted questions, but I'll take it as I can get. I know people been wanting to grill me for a long time, so I respect it, man. Let's go. Wait, what the entire freak? Hold on, y'all. What the hell is going on? My bad for the. Oh, there we go. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me make sure the audio is good. Hold on. Make sure the audio is good. Wait for it. What the? Hold on, y'all. What the hell is going on? Y'all can't even hear. Y'all can't even hear it. What's going on, bro? Hmm. Let's see. Affecting broadcast, but we don't hear anything. So I'm gonna kill that, and we're gonna go back into this. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what the heck that's about. Share tab audio? No, we don't need the tab audio, fam. All right, let's try this again. All right, let's try this again. What the hell is going on? Okay, all right. Are you screwing me? Are you? I don't know what the heck is going on. Let me try this again, man. That's so crazy, though. It look like they just want me to do question and answers tonight, huh? I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind dropping a little Q&A. Did I add that to the dynamic last time? Am I tripping? Let's see.
Why would someone pick you when there's other options in terms of like, it's the same thing with like, why would someone pick you when there's other options?
All right, there we go. We good.
Lifestyle, like I might go down in lifestyle from me being able to travel twice a month to Mexico and LA and do all of that, but I'm not spending as much money and we're not going out. Maybe we do like once a month a family dinner that goes out, like, or something like that. I could easily do that. But do I want to go back to like a struggling situation or where it's like we're pinching pennies? I don't think so.
Listen, people just don't go down in lifestyles willingly. They don't. And you know this if you've had a business and had employees. You might have an employee that's not performing, but the last thing you can do is give them a demotion. You can't like, okay, I'm going to cut your pay. You got to fire them. You got to fire them.
Yeah.
And so, we're kind of being a little cavalier saying, yeah, I'll just go down in life.
Well, these are hypotheticals.
This is also, would I be doing
Like,
this?
we want to tell the truth. Just because they're hypothetical doesn't mean we want to just
So
talk
this,
the
in
talk,
this
right?
hypothetical scenario, I'm picturing like something happened to a job or like there's unemployment and we have to make these cuts. I don't
Like
think
a
I would
car
necessarily
accident.
go into a relationship
No.
knowing
That's
I
not
would
what
have
she's
to raise a
talking
family
No,
on
I'm talking
45.
about this is just the average.
Oh yeah, and I forgot the reason modern day women date the 1%. My fault.
Guy, but he would make a good husband and a family. Maybe y'all be getting close to geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we're thinking, you know what? It's time to settle down. The rich men aren't biting. He's a good guy. he's a good guy. You know what? I'm gonna just go down in lifestyle so we can have a family.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to raise my kids to have a similar upbringing as me, where we had to be stressed, where I had to, as a child, worry about foreclosure and making sure that I was working so that my family wouldn't have to cover like school expenses or field trips. Like, I don't want my kids to have to experience that.
I think
so.
when-
I
okay.
wouldn't.
I mean, I can understand what she's saying, but if we're being a little bit more realistic, and just to paint you guys a quick little picture, so these two young ladies are on only, you know what, I don't know why, but YouTube is actually flagging that word. I don't know why the heck they're doing it, but only. All right, so these two basically bust it wide open on camera in front of a live audience. You know, this young lady said she used to do comedy sketches or something like that, like topless. And these young women, they basically said they wouldn't be willing to get with the average earning man, I'm guessing. We're gonna listen to a little bit carefully, but they seem like they want a guy that's above average, at least when it comes to earning. You know what I mean? I guess a guy that's gonna be able to take care of the bills. But again, when you start to think about average, average is the majority. Above average is a smaller percentage. And these young women, they get out there and they bust it wide open in front of all of these doggone people. And then they believe, for some reason, that that small percentage of men that most women want to talk to is going to be willing to get with them, marry them. And I mean, come on, man.
Have a
What
family.
What if it was? Because the lady I'm thinking of, she just lives in less than $10,000 a month. Like her husband, like let's say you have enough money for savings and like.
Less than, oh no, wait a minute. Less than $10,000 a month. That's still over $120,000, or close to $120,000. That's around $100,000 a year. That's still decent money, bro.
If you can put 20% of your income away, but you have to stay below.
She lives less on less. She
No,
lives
less
on
than-
less than 10,000 a month.
Oh, a year. Sorry for the
Oh,
kids.
no, you're fine.
Okay. Because I'm just like, wait a minute now. That's not bad money now. Yeah, all right,
A
okay.
year.
between the two parties.
$10,000, less than $10,000 a year. Wow, that's and she has children. That's
These
interesting.
are just her.
Like raising the kids' household because she's
I wouldn't have kids.
Yeah, I don't think I would have kids.
Okay. Yeah,
I-
that's-
I-
and
I-
that-
agree with not having
I think
kids.
that there's-
$10,000 a year. That's way below the poverty
That's-
line.
Look at
So
she,
bad, and we
look at
need
that.
to raise
she's
the
gonna,
poverty
she's gonna,
guidelines.
she's gonna be on wife school. This is crazy. Her husband makes 6 figures. She's gonna do an episode of Wife School to show how she lives
Oh,
so
her
cheaply.
husband makes 6 figures. Okay.
So
Sure.
she's saying, so you saying that her disposable income is
They
less
just
than-
save it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like she sent me videos of how they live. They just live. I couldn't live like that. Oh
I
my
also don't
God.
want to raise my kids spoiled. I think that there's definitely
I
something
respect
I
that.
learned
I definitely respect
coming
that.
from a family that didn't have.
Wait, what? What the heck? Who is this? Bad job.
Have money, like a different kind of work ethic.
But yeah, that's different, man. So her husband makes over 6 figures, but her disposable, she makes under 10. I mean, you know, but she said how they're living is, that's interesting.
Tried really hard in high school as a result. I don't think I would have tried as hard if my family wasn't like struggling. But I think with like having my biggest thing if I'm going to have kids is giving them the best lifestyle that they can have and the least amount of like worry. And I think often when families are going through financial difficulty or like whatever it is, even if they're keeping it from their kids, like the kids pick up on that. Kids are smart and they feel that, they can feel the pressure. Maybe like the parents are now a little bit more stressed. That affects the children and like their growth.
I would agree. I would agree. I think it's hard to hide, almost impossible to hide, depending on how hard times is. I can agree to a certain extent.
And I don't want to put that on my kids.
But let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah,
though. Okay, so
I understand. You know what? No, I understand and I respect that. I honestly respect that because a lot of people don't honestly think about that. You know what I mean? And okay.
you want the life. I mean, let's be clear. Like, you want the life. You want to fly here and there. You want to have nice cars. You want to be able to go shop over in the design district. I mean, right. It sounds good, though, right?
In an ideal world,
I mean, I don't even have that lifestyle now. But
yeah, but that's what
ideally-
you want, though, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
but I don't need it.
Cool, I'm with that, right? So you meet this guy, and
I want to get on my nerves, man. Come on, dude.
he has
There
the
we go.
ability to be able to give you that. What separates you from any other girl
There you go.
that would validate him actually giving you that lifestyle?
It goes back to what I was just saying. You have the average guy and then you have the above average guy. The above average guy, more women want that type of guy. And then when you start taking all these different things into consideration, the fact that you may have a young lady that's competing for that doggone spot, but she don't have an OnlyFans. She's a little bit more respectful or respectable. You know what I mean? She hasn't been put out there into the public and, she hasn't had her. It's an easy choice. It's a no-brainer. Again, we're talking about, I don't know if I can say this word. We're talking about intercourse versus marriage. If he's just having intercourse with that young lady, of course he gonna choose this chick or choose those chicks all day. But when it comes to actually settling down with the young lady, somebody that's, again, respectable, is he going to choose this young lady that has an OnlyFans, everybody done seen that thing, or is he going to choose the young lady that doesn't have all that stuff, or she hasn't put herself through all of that mess? Again, man, it's a no-brainer.
Why would he give you that versus giving somebody else that? Or
I make
why would he-
sandwiches
why would
and
he-
give good.
She laughing. She laughing, bro. This is I don't think this is funny. Her answer was she makes sandwiches and she give good brain. Fam. Everybody can do that, man. Every single last chick that's on, because you can teach women, bro, for real. You can teach women. They got classes now. You can go ahead and sign up. Sign up for a class. Like, come on, man.
Sloppy toppy.
It's a lot of girls that make sandwiches and give phenomenal.
Right.
Where they at? I mean,
Come on, man. So you got guys like that, man. Cut it out, Lee. Don't start doing this, bro. Don't do that, man. Come on, dog. They are everywhere. Every freaking where. He just woke up.
I mean,
Come on,
the
man.
sandwich is part, like, hold on.
We're making light of the situation.
But I mean, for real, like, why would he choose you?
My kick-ass personality and
Everybody got a dope personality, so they think.
Your personality
Loyalty.
and loyalty, huh?
My
And loyalty. Loyalty. That young lady said loyalty. You done busted down. She done been on this doggone OnlyFans with a couple of guys, done busted down in front of all them different dudes. And you got the nerve to scream loyalty. What would you say?
and
Your personality
loyalty.
and loyalty, huh?
my
And she talking about her doggone boobs, bro. She talking about her boobs, man. Let me tell you something. There's women out there, they got better looking boobs, and they sit up and look a lot better than yours, man. And they don't have as much mileage as she has.
Anton, what do you think the answer should be to that?
There we go.
What should women bring to the table?
There we go.
I'm gonna just be honest
Lee,
with
you
you.
gotta answer
Like,
too.
honestly,
I mean, I was with the sandwich in the.
You see what I'm saying, man? Come on, bro. Don't be that guy, man. Don't be that guy. God, it's too. And again, I understand that he could be joking, right? He could be joking, but this is not one of them doggone situations where, because what you're doing is you're sending mixed messages, man. And unfortunately, this could be, instead of this being a teaching moment, he's making light. Like, no, bro, we need to address this doggone thing and stop passing out the wrong information to these women.
He's like,
honestly, I think
And again, the lead just trying to get some butt, man. He's just trying to get some buns.
that if a guy reaches a certain status in life and he's not young,
And again, this is the same type of guy that they want. Not the average guy, the above average guy. So we're not just talking about, again, average earner making what, somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000. No, above average earner that's going to be able to take care of himself and take care of her.
right?
And hold on, my bad. And they also said he has to be able to make enough money to take them away from that lifestyle that they're living and still be able to afford that. So they want to go on trips. They want to do all these different things. You getting up there. You are getting up there, man. 70, 80, 90, $100,000 guy.
Let's just say he's above the age of 33, 34 years old, right?
Prime.
I don't see why he would choose any woman to marry once he reaches a certain threshold.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I don't see why he would choose any of them.
You think you
He
should have
wants
all of
connection.
them?
I think men want
He
intimacy
can have a
more than we-
connection.
Yeah, he can have a connection. He don't need marriage to have a freaking connection, bro. This is what we were getting into about like marriage and everything, man. What are the benefits of marriage? What is the reason why a guy that has reached a certain level want to be married? It's
With
just,
as many women as he wants.
But that a deep connection and intimacy and like real like
So-
trust, you can't get that with anyone. You're not gonna.
he didn't say you can't get that with anyone, but trust and believe it's out there, and you don't have to have marriage to get that. Marriage is just literally just a little contract, man.
Get that
Why
with the
can't-
hoe on
why
the
can't
street.
you?
She's gonna suck your dick and then leave and then be not.
No,
You
she's
know
not.
what
No,
I
she's
mean?
not.
You're not having that communication.
No,
You're not.
no. That's not true. That's not true at all, bro. That's not true at all. If a young lady knows that this guy has reached a certain level of success, right? And they get with each other. Most chicks ain't just getting up and just leaving that type of guy, man. Again, we are not talking about that average type of guy. We're talking about the man that they were talking about, the above averages, the guy that most women want.
Not building something. Men want.
I don't really
intimacy.
think you understand men.
No, I think she's right, man.
No.
Oh, the lead he's pissing me off, bro. Stop that, man. Stop this. Bro, I wish I was in that doggone room, man. Yo, chill, bro. Chill out, man.
Majority of men, listen, I've talked to the majority of men my whole adult career.
I coach him every day, Lee. I disagree.
You know, do you coach like the guys who are really trying to get it, or do you coach the average man? How much?
I think that-
But here's the thing. They're not talking about the average guy, the above average guy.
How much are your coaching sessions?
They're a lot. They're a lot.
Are they over $1,000?
I don't want to say it online.
Well, okay, if there's a lot, then that by definition means that you're not coaching the average man because the average man can't afford it. So don't tell me you coach the average man because it's not true.
But it's not. They're not speaking about the average guy. Anton, don't get off. You're getting off your square, bro.
Mentor a lot of guys,
You said the coaching. You
The
said
coaching
that you
is
coach.
different than the mentoring,
So
right?
you don't, in fact, coach the
No.
average man.
But see, here's the caveat though, Lee,
Come on,
because
bro.
I'm
the
just-
coaching
I'm just listening to
sessions.
what you're saying.
No. I'm gonna add the
You
context.
said that you coach the
I'm gonna add the
average man.
context. I'm gonna add the
But you
context.
don't.
No. I have a certain amount of slots that I allot for regular people.
Pro bono.
Yeah, pretty much, right? And those are the regular guys. So the coaching sessions is completely different from the guys that you allocate a specific amount of your time to be able to hear from regular people, because I don't want to
But
become
the
so
charity-
disconnected.
It's true, but the charity cases are a small percentage because you don't have a lot of time.
That's
Let's be
true.
honest.
But
Let's
I
be
do
honest.
talk to a
You
lot of
talk-
guys though.
You talk to some regular dudes,
Right.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, what she's saying is a fact.
What's that?
Most guys really want a connection with a woman. It's true.
But that's not what we're talking about.
No.
She
I thought that's
specifically.
exactly what we were
No,
talking
The question was.
Come on, bring it
When
back.
you reach a certain threshold,
There we
the
go.
type of guys that they want the top 1%.
There we go.
You speaking about regular guys.
Yeah.
They're saying, I want guys that make $150,000 or more. A guy that's 20 years old, on average, is not making $150,000 a year.
Come on.
When you start to get to a certain threshold, because
I'm
most
mad
guys
at
that's making that type of money
over.
are well into their careers, or they're starting to get into that.
As many
Son of a. I honestly want to hear the rest of that conversation, bro. I want to hear the rest of that conversation. I don't like, oh man, no, fam. Like, I really want to hear the rest of that conversation. Where were we? This was yesterday. We're gonna see, man. Maybe, was this it?
Recordings
We're
just
gonna
got
answer some
better.
more questions, man.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that
Answer.
Man, I would love to get on there and cook, dog, for real. Or just chime in. Anyway, let's go back to the questions. Where are we? Y'all keep dropping those questions, man. I'm gonna make sure I try to get through all of them. All right, let's go here. I wonder if I remove it and bring it back, will it act crazy? You know what? We're gonna leave it up. We're gonna leave it up because I don't want nothing crazy to happen. Should a single man with no kids talk to a woman with a child or without a child? Interesting. Peep game, man. So I would say this. If that man has options, I think the obvious choice would be to talk to the young lady without a child. I think that's just the obvious. I mean, come on, bro. If you have the same type of woman, and again, man, you know, everything pretty much matches up, and they're like neck and neck when it comes to everything, it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Because when you get with anybody, and I mean, this can go for women as well, man. If you have the option of getting with a guy that has children versus one that doesn't have kids, it's a no-brainer because it's a lot that's going to go into that. You know, again, I think it's a little bit harder for the men because if a guy gets with a young lady that has children, and I know it's going to be a lot of people that's going to fight this. At some point, it's going to be a time when that man is going to have to bear the responsibilities for that child in some type of way. And most times it's going to be financial. Again, if you invite a young lady or whatever in and she has a child, at some point he's going to have to provide for that child in some type of way. I don't think I've ever seen it when the guy hasn't, or maybe a small percentage versus the woman. If it's the opposite, a woman, you're never going to have to bear any type of any financial responsibility when it comes to that child. If you want to, then that's on you. You know what I mean? But as a man, you're kind of expected to. But I'm going to say this, man, again, if it's neck and neck, bro, that's a no-brainer. Go ahead and get with the person, male or female, the person that does not have a child. Hey, they'll love it, man. That is what it is. Good question, though. Great question. Let's do one more. Let's do two more. I like this. I like that other question that's coming up. But we're going to do this one first. What's something that a lot of women lack, and what's something that a lot of men lack? Ooh, we heating up. Hold on, we cooking. I want to remove this from the doggone dynamic so bad, man. Make me big. No, switch and make me big, dog. I want to be big. Hold on. Because I like this question. I really do. I like this question. There we go. All right. Make me big, man. Bring that question back up real quick. What's something that a lot of women lack, and what's something that a lot of men lack? And I'm gonna go completely off the rails right now, man. I don't think anybody has an answer like what I'm about to say. We will start with the women, because I got some smoke for the guys, man. I got some real smoke for the guys. Women, I'm gonna give you a little breather on this. I think a lot of women lack a sense of awareness. All right, I think that they lack a sense of awareness when it comes to a lot of different things, and I think that's the reason why a lot of women end up in the situations that they're in, because their awareness is it's low. It's so freaking trash. It's crazy, and unfortunately, most of the young women that are growing up in today's society or whatever, they should have gotten certain awareness from either their dad or that father figure that was in their life, and he did not provide or give that to them. That sense of awareness that a lot of them, a lot of women would honestly, they would benefit so freaking much if they had that father figure or that man to honestly give them the game. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like game, but just being able to identify a lot of different things. Because unfortunately, it's a lot of women, they are just out here, man. It's the blind following the blind. It's sad. Seriously. I'm looking at doggone, just everyday life, watching and seeing what some women post, and it's freaking insane, bro. This body positivity and all of this crazy crap. You sitting out here putting your body out there for the world and allowing everybody to see what you should be saving for your man or your husband. And they seeing everything. Just, again, man, it's sad. And most guys that I know, they just look at it like, yo, I smash her, but as far as wifing somebody like that, I'm not about to wife that up, man. Everybody done seen her. Like, what the heck do I look like? And I know they try to throw that little shame or whatever, but that just mean you're insecure and all that. No, I'm just not about to get. It's plenty of women. There's more women on this earth than it is men. And it's plenty of women that don't get on social media and show off their doggone body. They don't always got their hips out, their boobs out or whatever. They actually move like a wife or somebody that I can honestly spend my time and give my energy to. Why the heck would I give my energy to a chick that's moving like this when I have this respectful young lady that understands how you should move as a woman? Again, we go back to that, having that sense of awareness. A lot of young ladies like this. And it's not only, of course, I'm all about accountability. It's definitely their fault as well. But again, I think it starts with that father figure, that male or whatever, if they didn't grow up around that, then, that is unfortunate. But when it comes to choosing and picking the right men to be around, you know what I mean? It's a lot of women out there that have friends, right? So choose the right type of men to hang around, right? And if you're going to get a boyfriend, then make sure that guy is going to be someone that's going to give you the game. You know what I mean? That's not going, hey, if I hurt your feelings, I apologize, but I have to make sure that you understand and give you that sense of awareness that a lot of young ladies lack. And I always talk about this, man. I always talk about this to my YouTube channel, but that's how you know you have a great man. That's how you know you got a great man. Somebody that's going to be able to communicate that to you. Listen, I understand, you may not see this, but I'm going to tell you what it looks like from the outside looking in. Again, they're giving you that awareness, that sense of awareness that a lot of women lack. It's some men out there as well, man, that don't have that sense of awareness. But that sense of awareness will set so many women apart from everyone else that I honestly believe that they will actually get the results that they want in life. Sense of awareness is freaking key, man. That's actually the word of the year. I actually made that the word of the year for myself and for one of my YouTube channels. That sense of awareness is everything. All right. So that's what I would say. That's something that a lot of women lack. So let's go ahead and get on to the guys, man. Y'all, men, go ahead and come to the front of the congregation real quick, man. I got to talk to y'all. This is getting out of hand. It's honestly getting out of hand, man. So something that a lot of men lack nowadays is balls. You have no balls, no backbone, no spine, no nothing. They are these what they call them son husbands, man. Oh my goodness, man. God, that what is it? Happy wife, happy life crap will do and say anything to get in good graces with the main women that are downplaying yo goofy. Man, oh my goodness. I seen on one post. This lady was pretty much speaking directly about this young man, talking about, short dudes and all these different things. And he got on there advocating. Oh, boy, I'm just like, man, what in the world? Just hopefully to get in her good graces. And she still blew him off. He was trying to holler, she still blew him off. I told you I don't like short men. God almighty, man. Anyway, the thing that a lot of these guys are lacking is balls, man. They don't have any backbone. They don't have any direction. And I see it far too often, man, that simp and that beta behavior. And I see a lot of it on social media. You don't see too much of that in person because let me tell you something. Everybody got big cojones on social media. But those conversations that are had on social media would not be had the same if it was like a face-to-face. Because, back then, it was like this, bro. It wasn't really any social media out there. The guys that couldn't fight, they kept their mouth closed. They understood. Like it's a low tolerance for that nonsense that you're talking right now. So they knew to shut up. So, I understand social media has given them, a little platform where they can kind of get off a little bit. So, I respect that. But again, the thing that these guys lack today, honestly, is balls, man. They honestly need coaching from a masculine man that is going to be able to hopefully guide them, give them a better sense of direction. Because if you look at how things are going right now, it's a lot of men being raised by women or being raised by feminine men. Soft. With a capital T, man. Soft. They go in the house and they got their doggone head down. Their wife wears the pants in the relationship. She got to say so. Like, that just blows my freaking mind, man. And we can get into that in a later conversation, but honestly, man, going back to what I was saying, I think a lot of men, they just lack balls, man. They don't have any backbone anymore. And hopefully, I'm hoping. I know this is a big hope and a big wish. By the end of this year, those things will change. Like the tables will turn. Men will understand that it is time for you to lead. It's time for you to stop allowing your emotions to get the best of you. Stop allowing anybody to get you off of that square. Stay in your masculine at all times. You know what I mean? Work on your physical, your emotional, all the whole nine, man. Hopefully, I'm praying by the end of this year, we will be in a completely different state by the time we get to January 2024. All right. Anyway, let's go on and go to the next one, man. Hey, great questions, by the way. Great questions. Melanie, I'm gonna do yours next, man. I'm gonna do yours next. My fault. Let's go ahead and take that off. Great freaking question, though, man. I love it. Great question. Oh, we on the other side this time. Cool. All right, let's get to this money. Let's get to this money. Let's get to this money. Hold on.
But
Well, she was
I'll take
120.
150.
Okay, cool. We good.
shit. Yeah.
Look. You heard what she just said now. Ain't nobody say nothing about Google. My bad. All right. But you heard what she just said. If you guys watched the last clip, we just watched the end of the last clip. And it goes right back to the point that I was making. I'm glad Anton brought it back around because he was struggling for a little second. She said, look, I will take the 150. So they're not talking about the average type of guy. A guy that's making over 100,000, 150,000, that is a smaller percentage. Average is the majority, okay? Above average is a very, very small percentage. So when you look at these two young ladies right here, can you guys see that? Let me make sure. Yeah, when you look at these two young ladies right here, these are two young ladies, again, that have been busting it wide open on I can't say the word, but they've been busting it wide open. They've been out here with their boobs out, with everything out, and they want that small percentage of men. Now, say, for instance, you get another young lady that brings or looks the exact same or close to them. The obvious choice is going to be to choose this young lady that haven't been on this type of platform, that's been showing all that got all these doggone miles on it. All I'm trying to get people to understand is you already got, again, you're trying to get that small percentage of guy. So the pickings is slim. And every time you go out here and you do something that's questionable in the public, understand that that's going to shrink your percentage. That's not going to help. That's you being out here butt naked and showing off. That's not going to help you any, especially if you're not trying to, get in a relationship or in a marriage. You're trying to get relationships and marriage from these men. Of course, you can get bust down all day. A guy gonna bust you down all day. I mean, that's a no-brainer. But if you're honestly looking for somebody that's gonna wife you up long term, ain't no guy gonna pick that, bro. Come on, fam.
As long as he make 150 and the bond is gonna be right.
Yeah, I think you can create a lot. I think families are.
But look, the lead attorney ain't said shh. He ain't said a mother loving thing. And that's an attorney over there now. I still think it took Anton too long to bring that thing back, bro. You should have been brought that thing back, bro. Word.
Awesome, and having kids and all of that.
So if I make 150, okay,
back to the money.
regular dude, I make $150,000 a year,
That's not regular.
right?
That's not regular.
Take him back, he makes 70 though. He's a really good guy.
Okay.
He looked at you.
Look at your boy. I mean, look at your girl's eyeballs. Like, she really tripping right now. Like, oh, God, 70? Dang, but she ain't heard nothing after that, man.
The content said, you know what, I can get past it. I can rock with that, but I want you. And that's no good though, right? 70 is no good.
No, I've dated men who've made 70K.
But the minimum was 150 though.
Yeah, you just
Well,
said.
right now, I think because I've made more money, it definitely went higher.
So
But
if I'm making
Again.
so if a dude making 70,
if I have an undeniable connection with someone, they're my ride or die, they support me, they build me up, then at the end of the day, we're gonna figure it out financially, and I have no problem supporting my man and taking on a role that helps us build together. Like, what I care about at the end of the day is having somebody that, like, I know is for me and I'm for them, and I think that is way more important than what a man
but
makes.
70 for the rest of y'all life,
It's good.
and then adjusting for inflation is no good though, right?
Would I want somebody who's okay with just staying at that level? No, I would not. But
Well,
I would.
Wow. There it is. There it is. They got they want the whole, that's what I was waiting on. That's what I was, Anton, you can just stay right there and just cook, bro. You can just stay right there and just cook. Good grief, man. A dude just making 70,000, but he's more than willing to look past everything that you done did on social media. They talk about supporting and everything, but and the connection is there. The connection is there. I just want you guys to take a second and look at delusion right now. This is delusion. You honestly believe
He's
Be
not
okay
okay with
building
it, but
this
that's
What
his.
percent of men make that amount of money?
Recordings
Thank
just
you.
got
Thank you,
better.
Carol. She gonna bring in
Hey, it's Dana
data,
from Stream
statistics,
I'm
and all
so
the rest of
excited
that
to
other
announce
stuff.
that
Wait, I'm sorry, could you
What
repeat that?
percent of guys do you think make that amount of money?
Great question. Great question. We went from 70. Now again, the median, 50 to 51% or whatever, 40 something thousand. We are past the 40 something thousand mark, 42.5. We're at 70,000. No. We're gonna take that up a step because they still don't want the 70,000. If that's where you're gonna stay at, I can't deal with you. They want the 150. The 100. So what percentage of guys earn $150,000?
150.
150?
Oh, that's like top 1%, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I thought top 1% was 500 and up.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No?
Or 300,000, right?
Damn, 1%'s only 150?
That might be a percentage of a percent.
I think like less about how much money you make and like what are your goals and aspirations. Are you growing? Are you
They just said he's gonna make 70. That's it. He's topping out at 70,000. And they tripping about this. Again, these are not good, wholesome type of chicks where, you know what I mean, they haven't been touched by a lot of guys, or they don't have a lot of mileage on them. They don't have, they're not out there. Again, if I could kind of see if they brought that type of stuff to the table. When we start thinking about things that women are bringing to the table, that's what we think. We're not thinking about money. We're not thinking about education. Men that are already good, the type of guys that they're talking about, they already good. They don't care about how much money you're making. They don't care about how much education, your career, none of those things. What are you bringing to the table besides those things? All right. Again, they talk about exclusivity or whatever, but it's really how many miles is on this doggone car before I purchase it for the long run.
working on
Right,
yourself?
but-
If you stay stagnant and you're just making that money, like I'm just gonna look at you as
At
a lazier
70,000?
person.
70,000. Yeah,
70,
that's what she's talking about, bro. Don't try to help. Don't try to
the
help.
average household income isn't even 70,000 in the United States of America.
Yeah.
And that's the household
Can I
income.
ask
And
you
isn't it
guys-
like $100? Families have more divorces because based off of like a couple $100s. If they had more financial security and a couple of $100 more, they actually wouldn't be having as many issues as they are.
I don't think so.
I think financial stress plays a huge role in marriages and divorces. What do you think?
Right, I mean, it does.
And it could be over a couple
But a couple
$100.
$100 is not going to be the determining factor for whether or not
But
you
if
get
it's a
divorced
couple
or not.
$100 every couple years or
every
every 3
month or
months,
every
Couple
week.
think about what y'all just said.
don't
A
know-
couple
I
$100.
just don't know where we got this. Like,
No, I mean, they're actually right. I mean,
Couple $100 a year?
that stress
they're-
adds up.
I mean, what I am not the stats person, right? But what is it, like 60% of families in the United States can't get like $400 in cash in 30 days. In 30 days. So, I mean, a flat tire can represent
Debilitate
a financial
you.
catastrophe for so many families. And I think it's even more. Maybe
I'm not, tripping on any of these talking points right
it's
now. I
like
mean,
40% can't get $400, and then like 60% of families can't get like 1,000 or something like that. But something super low, and in 30 days. So when she's saying, $200, $300 can make or break a family, or at least put extreme pressure on a relationship and a marriage, absolutely right. I mean,
I want you guys to also understand another thing. Anton is the only married person in there. He's the only. I want to say he probably was the only person in there that's actually in a relationship, and almost 20 years in. You know what I mean? But again, lead attorney, he deals with the divorces and all the rest of those other things. But from what Anton said, he actually had videos and stuff when he hit rock bottom and he didn't have anything, but he still had a young lady that stood there and still rocked with him, even though he was in his mom's basement. Rita stuck by his doggone side the entire time, didn't trip, didn't nag, didn't argue, didn't do any of those doggone things. And that's the reason why she is where she is right now, taken care of.
families are struggling in there.
yeah, but 70K? You could.
70 is like the new like 30.
What?
With inflation,
Wow. Dang, she is dookie on a lot of guys right now, man. A lot of people. She's dookie on. She said 70 is the new 30.
It's getting bad. No, it's getting really
I
bad.
just don't know where we got like
The average
to me-
household income is under average across the entire United States of America.
70
It's
is
under
30. I
70.
love that.
Now,
And that's why there's a
but
lot
no,
of
no,
people
no,
in
but here, but hold
poverty.
on, think about it like this.
Love that.
That's the average household. That's
Yeah.
everybody in the house, right?
Right, working together.
And I asked you if you would be satisfied with just one person, him
Right.
specifically.
Yeah.
Making 70.
That don't mean that you can't go get a job too.
Oh, if I can get a job, then absolutely.
There we
What
go.
was stopping
then-
you from getting a
Yeah,
job?
what's
in the
up?
first
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of, it's just like, I guess in the situation that you're in, like your wife works underneath you and with you.
Okay.
Like, I think a lot of people want that. They would rather their, like, wife working for them than, like, out at another job.
But I mean, she still works though.
Yeah. So you can still bring in.
Is my point.
Yeah.
But
She
you're making
works and I've created a space where she's able to add value into what it is that I've already built. But that don't absolve her from working.
Even so, I've dated somebody. I did while I was in sales, and I was making 6 figures. My significant other at the time was making like 80K, and I had another, I guess, 2 boyfriends. One was making 50K.
Oh my God. Bruh, no, she didn't. I know good and doggone well she ain't just. Wow.
And he came from a rich family, like daddy's money, drove like Jaguars and had Ferraris and all this stuff. And so he was so used to being like the rich one. And then he dated me, and he was all about me like being a boss bitch and all that stuff. And he supported me. And I think because he was in sales, he had a long sales cycle. So him closing a deal is once every 6 months. I was in marketing. I'm closing deals the moment I pick up the phone. So I get home, I'm like, I just closed 3 deals and hit my quota, and it's like very exciting, and I'm making money. And I think he didn't like that I made more money than him. It like was an insecurity thing. So it really depends on like the situation. What's my job? How much money am I making? If he's making 70 and I'm making 100, the ego battle, not on my end, but just like making him feel insecure because I'm more of the provider, there'd be an issue.
I'm just thinking I never in my right mind expected a guy to make 6 figures. So I'm just like wondering where this
Wow.
comes from, because I hear it's really common.
Yeah.
Like,
Most
I
of
hear
them do
girls
more.
say it all the time. 1% guy, like what makes? I would even say me, like I wouldn't think like what makes me so special that I deserve a 1% guy.
And understand, just Pearly thing, she, God, she has said, she has said plenty of times that, she looks at herself as an average young lady, but you will never catch her showing any of her doggone body parts, man. And I would go as far as to say a guy would probably marry if he honestly knew everybody's history in the room or whatever between those 3 young ladies. I guarantee a guy would probably choose her when it comes to marriage quicker than those other women. I know a lot of them like, what? No.
So I guess, well, you grew up very privileged. So your parents make good money, like you.
So if
and they're
anything, you would
together.
think I'd be the one saying it. You would think
Yeah,
That's fair.
but if
That is
you've
fair.
never experienced what it's like to not
Okay.
eat, like not have heat or like cold, like or warm water, to like struggle and you watch your family like destroy themselves over trying to provide for you as like a kid, like you spend your whole life wanting to do everything to avoid that. And I think a lot of women go right into like, okay, men will be the provider, and they're going immediately up to that.
Okay. She make a little bit of sense.
Do I necessarily think that's like every person should have that expectation? Absolutely not. But I think financial insecurity drives a lot of decisions of what people make.
Yeah, I don't know.
terms of
I have a
dating.
really, really good friend. She's homeless for a while. She would never say 6 figures. I don't know when it just comes. Like I just don't know where it comes from.
Right. Yeah, even that, man. Even the young ladies that did have to go through the struggle or whatever. I've known a few of them, and I don't think I've ever heard that, a guy has to be making that type of doggone money. Most of the women that I'm talking to that I've had conversations with, like the reasonable women, You know, they're just like, yo, as long as he's, you know, supporting himself and he's good, you know, he's taking care of whatever it is and his priorities are in order, I'm cool. You're not gonna put a number on it and say you have to be making $150,000 or $100,000. That's insane.
I guess it's because I know I can make it, and I know like I'm a
Yeah.
hustler, and I want someone that has those
Me too.
those qualities, so that I can step more into like my femininity and not be a.
But you can't have like a hustler's mentality and just make I don't know, make 70, start off at 70 and make like what? I don't know, man.
Freaking hustler.
But I feel like I can still be feminine even if I make money.
But
Yeah.
I also
for
think
sure.
it's something like women really have a view that they can get the best man, and I think that's bolstered by the fact that women can look around and see, let's say,
Who they can sleep with.
unattractive or fat or otherwise undesirable women with men that make six figures, right? So if I can look around and see 5 women who look worse than me with men with six figures, like, well, of course I can get one.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Right? If I can get a man making 150,000, why would I settle for a man making 70? And it's proof that I can get this man with 150,000 because I'm seeing all these other women with men who
I can see
make
what you're saying.
150,000, and these women look worse than me.
But the other side of that, though, is that a lot of those women were with those guys way before he started making $150,000.
I absolutely do believe in like sticking with your man as he grows. So
Yeah.
like if a man's like, hey, I'm making 50K now, but here are my goals and this is what I want to do, then like, yeah, let's eat shit together. Well, like, because you're working on that.
But you just said
And-
that your traumas they make you want.
But
to
at that
be
point, I'm financially
Wait,
secured.
wait. But you're not though, because the guy's making 50 grand.
So, but what if I'm making
Wait, wait,
100K and I
she-
can
she-
provide?
I sense a little bit of a contradiction there because at first you said that your traumas made it so where you wanted to be as far apart from the situation where you know you have
Waking
to
up
eat
finally.
shit and you don't have housing and light and water, and now you're saying, well, you know, if my guy is poor, you know, I'm fine with that as
This is your chance. You keep her alive. Say
Yeah,
who you
The
can
Last
say.
of Us, it
long
is.
as
The
it's
Last of Us.
someone
I might have to check
working
that out.
into the future.
I
So
can
in
see,
this-
I can understand how that's contradicting.
Absolutely.
But I think when we talk about our trauma, like, just because I have those feelings and just because there's that financial insecurity, I think before I never worked through that, and that led how I moved in terms of dating. While that's an important thing, I think working through that trauma allows me to be a little bit safe and not be like, so, oh my God, we need money and it's going to be like the end of the world if they're not making good money. Does that make sense?
Also,
I mean,
in-
no.
I guess like no, but also in this scenario, we've extended it to where he's not the only provider. Where you guys said we could also be working. So if a man's making 70K and I can't work and make up that difference, then maybe I couldn't date somebody only making 70K. If I can work and I'm making enough money where I feel stable and I don't have to worry about that $200-300
We hear a lot of We hear a lot of going on up in here.
windfall, then he can make less until he works towards making more, as I would be doing if we're both career people.
Would you go down in lifestyle for a family?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No traveling at
Yeah,
all?
yeah.
I don't believe that.
No.
Look. Oh, wait a minute. Close your mouth.
What about no new clothes? Like you can get clothes once a year. It's like $300.
She said,
That's
"No
honestly pretty much
traveling."
what I
And she's like,
spend now.
Yeah, I don't need to travel.
So like I don't
Come
have
on.
anything designer. I don't like to I don't invest in like nice stuff pretty much because I don't like take care of it. But so like I don't spend a lot on clothes. Like what I'm spending money on is like the podcast. The guy I dated a man who had a 2-year-old son and he
Well, she done dated a lot of people.
was separated from or not together with the baby mama, and I was in sales and I was making more money than him, and everything kind of clicked for me. Like I need a man who has like a good family because I don't. So I think that's very important. So he had the good family. They liked me.
Hold that thought, man. We're going to answer a few more questions real quick, man. Let's get into some of these questions, y'all. Let's get to that money. What the hell? Oh. Let's get to that money. Let's get to that money. Let's get to that money. Where are we? All right. Why do you think? Why do people think you are mean? Um, I don't know, man. I think sometimes, I could maybe seem a little straightforward, and some of the people that maybe grew up around me when I was in Rock Hill, I was a little bit on an antisocial type of move or whatever for the longest. I didn't really grow up and communicate with anybody outside of my family, or beside the people, you know what I mean, that was actually inside of my classroom or played football with. For the most part, just kind of, stood off, man, pretty much by myself or whatever. But as far as the social media thing goes, I mean, listen, man, everybody's gonna think you're the bad guy, man. Anytime you start speaking truth or speaking facts, it's always gonna be those people. They always have that sign language deflection first, and then it's the shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. I already know. Like, listen, that comes with the territory. Is that gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Nobody's opinion or what anybody ever says about me is never gonna stop the way that I move. You know what I mean? You're gonna have that. You gotta understand that comes with the territory. All right? That's the reason why we train as hard as we do, because we ready for anything, dog, for real. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I don't know you, man. I couldn't tell you. All I know is it's gonna come with the territory. You're gonna always have people that's gonna feel some type of way about you holding that mirror up. You know what I mean? Telling people to take accountability for their actions or whatever. It's all, listen, man. That's just the way the world rocks right now. All right, let's see what we got here. We the People News says, what if the person you are with cheats on you? Woo! Ah, damn. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm going to have to snip this. What is it? We at about what? 1:19:23 right now. Almost at an hour and 20 minutes into the stream. And y'all coming with these shenanigans. What if the person you are with cheats on you? Listen, peep game, y'all. Before I answer this question, understand that I'm a different breed. I am not like most people. I give different answers. I give different solutions. And yeah. And I would say that I would encourage people, don't listen to all of my advice when it comes to certain things, all right? So, what if the person you are with cheats on you? God, dog. Hamburger, man. I don't know why this thing is glitching right now, man. We do have like a little glitch going on. I don't know what that's about. But, man, listen. So I can only speak, let's just speak for the men. All right, let's speak for the men. Things gonna be a little bit different for the women. I always think that men and women are completely different, so they're gonna handle and go about the situation a little different. If you are a male, if you are a guy, and a young lady decides to sleep around on you, then it's time to go, brother. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, I honestly can't think about it. I'm like this, bro. If you touch a woman, right? Y'all are intimate. And, y'all are together, y'all been together or whatever. And that young lady has decided that she's going to take your cookie and offer that thing to another, then at that point, you need to allow that young lady to continue to give that cookie to whoever it is, man or woman, I don't care who it is. Allow that young lady to continue to give that cookie to whoever it is, because the thing about women, they are emotional, all right? And the fact that she thought about it, she went out and she did it, and she gave that person that thing that she gave you. I don't know, but I just can't. I'm honestly, I'm trying to fight myself and trying to figure out in what scenario would this not work. But everything that's playing through my head, it just keeps saying, yeah, just if a young lady does that, man, hey, you gotta let her go, man. You gotta let her go. And I don't care, you know. Oh, man, listen, I don't want to. I don't know if I want to go down that road, but listen, I don't care what the heck. No excuse is good enough. No excuse is good enough, man. The moment that she decides to give that doggone box away, or even just giving her time, I don't know, man. Again, man, I'm disgusted, bro. I'm disgusted. You got the nerve to go and sleep around. Nah, man, I'm good, fam. I'm straight, man. Again, and I believe that men and women are different, right? Because I do understand that men do dumb-ish. They always, women always are talking about that men are smarter than, women are smarter than men, and men are dumb and all the other stuff. I would agree. Most guys are complete idiots. They just do ish just for sport, just because or whatever. So they got to make a lot of dumb decisions, right? I mean, again, this has been said time and time again about, like, women have said this all, like, a lot about men. So if they dumb, you guys are smarter, then understand this, okay? You shouldn't be making the same mistakes that that person or those type of people that you say are dumb, right? You shouldn't be making those type of. So if you make those type of doggone mistakes or whatever, then you got to grill it up and eat it, man. Again, guys do crazy, questionable things all the time. So I can honestly understand if I understand why some women are willing to forgive. Because some guys can honestly straighten up their act and get back to it. And they can honestly live happily ever after. On the opposite end, I don't know not one masculine man that knows that his girl, after they done got together, now whatever happened before, depends on how many bodies, but if something happened before, cool. As long as it's nothing crazy, that it's not out there in the streets, I can rock with it. But any guy that after you have gotten with that young man and you decide during the course of y'all doing whatever y'all doing, decide to give that box or whatever, give that type of attention, entertain any of that mess, that a guy is going to be willing to stay, that would literally eat a guy. It wouldn't let him, man. It would not let him. Any guy in their damn right mind, and yes, I said it. Any guy in their right mind would not. But I'm gonna keep going, man, because I feel like I'm touching some stuff that I shouldn't be touching. Let's finish with this. Whoa, what the hell? We'll get into that in just a second. Come on, man. Come on, dog. God, dog. We.
I had a good relationship with his son, and it was in New Hampshire. Do I want to live in New Hampshire? And did I want to do that? No. But I loved him, and I loved his son, and I loved his family, and I was willing to put that first.
Taking care of, because you.
And I think when
no
that
hair dye.
What?
No hair dye.
I didn't even have red hair then. I did this
no,
for
I meant
marketing.
like for the lifestyle. We're going down it. No hair dye.
Yeah, go back to brown.
What about?
This is more for marketing, because you'll always remember the two redheads, even if you don't know her name.
Oh, that's smart, actually.
Yeah.
That's smart.
If I had a family, then my family would 100% be my first priority. And if I was married to somebody and they loved me, they would not give a fuck if I was not wearing makeup.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so like, then what about so then why do we need the 120, 150?
I just don't want to
If
be
we
poor.
can go down in lifestyle. Like, Auntie Jenny was telling me she thinks she could raise a kid with like $200 to $500 a month.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
No, and that's just what I've been talking to wives.
Let me tell you something about Auntie though. Auntie on point. Like she with the gardening. She's old fashioned to the mother loving T. I wouldn't put it past her. They don't know who she is, but I am for certain that lady right there, she could do it. She can honestly do it, man. She could do it. I'm telling you. And the stuff that we have now that's available to us now, you know, you got Goodwill, you got thrift stores, you got, you know, flea markets, you got yard sales and all that other stuff, man. Listen, what a certain amount of money, you know what I mean? Again, I'm hoping that's not for like the whole entire household, including bills and all the rest of the other stuff. I'm thinking just cash, just regular cash, just to take care of, you know, herself and the child. I don't know if she's talking about a man as well, but I think she can do it. Again, this lady look like she's into gardening. She's into, again, all the old fashioned stuff. I think she can do it.
That actually, no, I've been talking to wives that actually do this.
Yeah.
And it's literally like they never eat out. They cook every single meal.
Mhm.
They only buy the food that's on clearance. Like, and I
Yeah.
haven't lived this. So maybe they're capping. I don't know.
I don't
But
think
I've
so.
talked to like multiple wives that are telling me, no, you
It's
can
possible.
live on this amount of money, but like people don't want to go down in lifestyle. They don't want to live outside of the city and commute basically for their husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Is
I'd
that
be open
possible?
to it for the right person.
Okay, so then maybe $45,000 a year guy, you'd give a chance.
A whole
Yeah.
thing. As many
She should have let him finish, man. She should have let him finish. All right, let's get back into these questions, man. Let's see what we got, y'all. Let's get back into these questions. Okay, all right. We seen the question that popped up there, like, come on, fam. Y'all, man, stop putting me on the spot, man. Let me see. What we got here? We getting low. We getting low in battery over here. Let's see what we got. Question. If a woman wanted to get with a guy like you, what would she have to do? Understand this, man, and I'm not bragging anything. There is nobody on the planet like me. There's nobody on the planet like anybody, all right? They don't, and of course, they don't make them like me no more, all right? Listen, they done, as soon as they doggone, they made me, they broke the mold, man. All right, listen. But no, for real. Yeah, man, they don't make guys like me, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell do I, and I'm not, but I will say this, right? Let's just keep it a band, right? Let's be honest. You know, I converse with a lot of people. I've had conversations with a lot of different people, different women from different walks of life, you know, every color, every nationality. You know, I converse and talk to, have a conversation with everyone just to get, you know what I mean, or try to get a better understanding for how most people think. And I would say this, a lot of people don't understand how some men operate. All right? Pay attention. A lot of women don't understand that when you get with a certain type of guy, that, you know, his routine becomes a part of your routine. All right, so when I say that, I mean like when you have a certain type of guy that works out, either every day or often, understand this. It's not just, I don't want to say it's a requirement, but I'm the type of guy, let's just talk about me. I'm the type of guy that if I am around you, all right, not even just, let's not even talk about the relationship or whatever, just to be around me, a friend, or, okay, I got you, cool. Yeah, a friend. Understand this. I'm one of those people, I want to see you at your best. All right? I'm not one of those people that's going to allow you to go through life and just go through the motions. No. When you are around me, I want to see that you're trying. And, you know, and I believe, this is just my personal opinion, but I believe somebody that honestly and really and truly cares about you, they care about your health. All right? Somebody that honestly really cares about you, your well-being, and all of those other things. They care about your health. They want to make sure that you're paying attention to that because they want you on this earth as long as can be. And if you are not focusing on your health, then what the heck are you doing? You working a job, you doing 9 to 5, you're giving all of these hours, all of this time to a job, a career, or to anything else, but you're not focusing on yourself. You're not spending any time on your physical, any time on your mental, your emotional, none of those things. I'm not one of those guys. I'm one of those people. I'm going to put that doggone thing in front of you and be like, listen, hey, we cool. I'll rock with you. And I want you to do better. I want you to be better. And that's why everybody that is around me, I'm going to make sure that we are going to improve in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It's not just me. It's not just you. We are a team. We're a unit. We're working together. We always are constantly trying to get to the best version of ourselves each and every day. And so when I think about me and I look at how I operate compared to everyone else, understand this. I'm not like anybody else in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Again, they broke the mold when they made me. And if you are going to be around me, not just a friendship or not a relationship, or if you're going to be around me in my presence, understand that there are expectations that I have for people around me, male or female. I do not care. You're going to be respectful. You're going to be respectable. You're going to make sure that you focus on your health. First and foremost, you, that person that's looking in this doggone camera or at this phone right now, listen, we're going to make sure that you are focusing on your health. And we can take baby steps. We can crawl, and then we can walk. We can jog, and then we can run. But I promise you, there will be improvement. That's why I don't socialize with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Again, we'll do like a little conversation here and there, then I keep it moving. But as far as actually keeping people in my circle, you have to have a different type of mindset. I don't allow closed-minded type of people to stick around me. Like, we're going to always constantly bump heads. And I'm thankful for that. I am so grateful that things are the way that they are. All right. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And again, you cannot be around me and stay around me long term if that's not honestly who you are at the core. All right. A fighter, a warrior, somebody that wants to do and be better. If that's not you at the core, I promise you that friendship or whatever that is that we either had or whatever, or friendship that we have, it's not going to last long. If that's not who you are at the core, if you don't want to be better, if you don't want to be a better version of you, it is what it is, man. So, they broke the mold when they made me, though, man. You ain't gonna find another guy like this. Seriously. All right, what's next? But y'all hitting it. Y'all hitting it. What we got next, man? What we got next? I'm gonna go ahead and take just pearly things off of there. I'm gonna say right now, we're gonna go ahead and kill it with the reactions, man. I'm gonna do a few more questions and then we're gonna go ahead and end it. I still have to finish with my workout for tonight, and we got to go get it in, man. Y'all know that is a must each and every day. I'm not playing, bro. I'm not playing. I don't ask anything out of anybody that I am not doing myself. Again, you need to be spending 30 minutes to an hour each and every day focused on your health in some way, shape, form, or fashion. No excuses. I don't give a damn if you're on vacation. I don't give a damn what you are doing. All right? Your health does not go on vacation. Your health is always going to be there. So you can either improve or you can get worse. It ain't no staying the same. Believe it or not, man, in life, it's just like that thing that moves. I forgot what it is. It's just constantly moving. You know what I mean? And you are trying to go this way. The moment that you stop, you're moving backwards. That's just how life is, man. Believe it or not. Anyway, what would be your advice to people suffering from abuse? What do you mean by abuse? Do you mean like physical? I mean, I'm guessing, we talk a lot about relationships. So are you referring to like people that are physically abused? If you are physically abused, man, my advice to you would be get out. Like, serious, I don't think that's anything to play with for anybody, and that's male or female. You know, that's something that I don't joke around with or I don't play with, man. Like these type of conversations, I take very, very serious. And if you are being abused in a relationship, whether it's physical or emotional or whatever, you know what I mean? Have a conversation with that person. If it's not physical, you know what I mean? And maybe you can have a conversation with that person and get them to understand, like, listen, again, y'all know I always love when people can actually sit down and converse like adults. Just sit down and talk to the person, don't talk at the person. I mean, you don't have to yell, you don't have to scream, you don't have to raise your voice or anything like that. Stay in a nice, calm tone and actually have the conversation. I highly encourage people to ask questions. That is the best way to start a conversation. It's not always what you say, it's how you say it. It's not, I can't say that enough. It's not always what you say, but it's how you say things. Having that sense of awareness and understand, like, listen, this could get to the point where it could become an argument. So let me make sure before, we get into having this conversation that I'm approaching this the right way. I'm being, if you're a young lady, whatever, I'm approaching this and I'm being soft, I'm being gentle, and letting them know that I just want to talk. I don't want to stress you out or anything. This is just a way that we can have a conversation, we can communicate. And I'm gonna say this because I know you're gonna have some people that are like, well, what if you can't? If you reach that point, then you already have your answer. If you can't effectively communicate with that other person that you're around, a friend or whatever, then maybe it's time to put a little bit of distance between. So maybe either one or two things. Either it's time for you guys to, turn around and go your separate ways, or hopefully maybe that little bit of distance will be like a little eye opener for them and get them to understand, like, listen, this person is just trying to communicate with me. They're not trying to hurt. They're not trying to harm me in any type of way. And make sure that is the intent. All right? Don't go with questions that are like knives and you're sitting there poking at the person. No, you're asking a question to get a better understanding. You're not trying to form questions to, again, poke at that person. No, we're not doing that. Oh, my device is trying to go dead on me. Just got to make sure. All right. But yeah, man, anybody that's suffering from physical abuse, man, yeah, I encourage you guys, man, hey, get out of there. That's, again, something I don't play with, and I'm going to leave that at that. All right, man, last question. I got to get up out of here. We really got to go work out, bro. We got to go work out. My body is calling. It's calling for it, baby. Oh, my bad. My fault. What advice? This is a good question to end on. This is a great question to end on. Let me make sure we good real quick. Hold on, wait a minute. 1 second, y'all. Okay, so that's not up anymore. Let's see here. Last question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Who else? Shout out to the people that did like the live stream on Facebook. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me, man. I just had to check that real quick. Okay. All right, last question of the day. What advice would you give the women? What advice would I give women? All right, so let's say this. I would encourage women out there. First, I would ask, what do you want? Like, what are you looking? Like, what is I guess like almost like the end goal for you? You know what I mean? What is the end goal? And if it is this, and I can give some advice to those women. If the goal is to either be in a relationship or be married, you know what I mean? You got some people that don't want to be married. Respect that, whatever. But if you want to be in a relationship or you want to be with someone long term, all right, if you want to be with someone long term in a relationship, or married, this would be some advice that I would give to you. All right. And for the chicks that don't want to be married, you want to stay single, you want to do what you do, I don't have any advice for y'all. All right. Just continue to do what you do or whatever. No advice for any of those women. But to the women that, again, you want to be with somebody long term, whether that's a relationship or not, somebody that want to be in a relationship or somebody that wants to be married, a young lady that wants to be married. I would encourage those young women to, of course, go to therapy, go seek some therapy. And I guess this can kind of apply across the board for men as well, but we're going to focus on the women. Get some therapy, man, because there are a lot of traumas and stuff that we don't went through and been through in life that we need to tackle. We need to go through. We need to sit down with a professional and honestly be able to talk through some of those things, because it comes out in some of the conversations that you have, whether you realize it or not. Like, a lot of those emotions and stuff that a lot of people have built up is really tied into some of those traumas and stuff that you've been through, that you've never honestly sat down and really talked to someone that can honestly help you, a professional. The next thing I would say is, definitely work on that physical. Like, that is so freaking important, not just for the other person, but for you. All right. Health is the main thing that I'm always going to talk about on this doggone channel, man. It is so important to focus on that health. A walk in the park, all right, or whatever, man. You can walk around the mall, like, no freaking excuses, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's the little things, drinking more water, eating healthier, like all of those things, man. Really, really focusing in on that health. Because what you're going to start to look better. I'm not saying you don't look good, but you're going to start to look better. You're going to start feeling better a lot more often, and you'll look and be a lot more pleasant because of that. And trust and believe, those things that you put into your body, they affect your mood. All right? The things that you put into your body, it is so freaking important, man. Make sure you're putting the right things into your body. You want to eat to live. All right? So, again, that physical, working on that physique. You know what I mean? We trying to get everybody back to what they said, that their high school image or whatever. Another thing I would say, and this is a really, really important one, man. Get to know the feminine side of you. That soft, sweet, cooperative young lady that's inside each and every last one of you. I do believe that every woman possesses that feminine side of themselves. And understand that it has nothing to do with you going and getting dolled up. It has nothing to do with makeup, any of that fake stuff, that weave, those wigs, those BBLs, none of that crap. That has nothing to do with it, man. What you need to do is, I think that a lot of women can honestly benefit from a feminine coach. So say, for instance, if those women that want to be in a relationship, a long-term relationship, get a feminine coach, a young lady that has those results, that has the results, and she has the type of man that you could allow to lead you. You could look up to. You would have no issue with getting up under the leadership of somebody like that. You need to learn how to act, know how to act, because unfortunately, a lot of young women did not grow up and learn these things from their mother. All right. Same thing goes for guys. I'm gonna get on the fellas as well, but a lot of women grew up being combative, being hard, and I understand, the way that the world was, and unfortunately some of those women had to be that way. They had to take on that masculine role or whatever to make sure that, the children was going to be straight. I understand it. I want to say I'm not faulting them for it. I'm just going to say I can kind of understand why they had to do some of the things that they did. But You as an adult need to understand that you're going to have to get coaching from somewhere. Again, from a feminine. Make sure that young lady is feminine and they're not speaking to you out of hurt. And you can easily tell when something is genuine and something is real, right? It's in them, it's in the core. You can tell that in some women, like that's who they are at the core. It will not raise their voice or anything. Man, listen, that right there is a drug for men. That's all the perfume you need. It's gonna have the guy that you value, the guy that you want, it's gonna have him jumping through and over hurdles to get to some women like you. Because understand, you, if you do these things, will be that very small percentage that we were talking about. Because when you look out into the world right now and you look at all of these women that are out here, BBLs, weave down their doggone back, twerking, got their body showing, doing all of this extra stuff. And I promise you, if you do those things, you are going to stand out so freaking much. But continue to work on it. Don't lose sight on it. Continue to work on that thing to become a better version of yourself. And that man, I'm telling you, those guys, it's going to be people trying to jump in your doggone window. Listen, or in your inbox. What you need? I need to holler at such and such, man. I'm telling you, that right there, guys, do not forget those type of women. And they do anything to hold on and keep those type of women. And if you want a man of value to stick with you long term, then that is how you get and keep him. Don't listen to all that Steve Harvey crap or whatever, man. And to the young men out there, man, I gotta make sure I turn this thing around, man. The exact same thing goes for you guys when it comes to, the mental aspect, the physical aspect. Y'all really need to get in the gym. Seriously, fellas, you got to get in the gym. Ain't no mother loving excuse why you shouldn't be in there going hard, man. You can drop down and give yourself push-ups I ain't gonna say every hour on the hour, but every night, man. Every night doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, doing dips. Bro, you got a whole gym at the crib right doggone now. All right? Just start off with the doggone the push-ups, the basics, man. That's all you need to get it popping. All right? Making sure you're going running on the daily, man. Get that doggone tummy down. I'm tired of seeing our fellas out there with them doggone beer bellies. We got to do better as men, man. And in order for you to lead, you got to be that protector, man. And you can't protect no doggone body if you're going to be out of breath by running up a few flights of stairs. Come on, fam. Come on, dog. But also, to the guys, depending on what you want in life. Again, for those guys that just want to remain single and just do whatever, I ain't got no advice for you. Continue to do what you do. But for those guys that, want to be with somebody long term, be in a relationship, or be married, I would say get with a man, a masculine male that has the results, that has that lifestyle, that young lady that values him. You know what I mean? And respects him. That's how you know how much a young lady loves you, by the amount of respect that she gives you on a day-to-day basis. All right? And if you can find a coach or a guy that's living that type of lifestyle, get a pen, get a paper, get some paper out, and take notes, brother, for real. Pay close attention, all right? Because regardless of what people say, man, everything can be duplicated. Now, I'm not gonna say, to the exact or the same T or whatever. You are gonna have to move some puzzle pieces around, but at least you will at least have the blueprint on where to start. And hey, I recognize this from such and such. It's not the exact same, but I recognize that. And you can use that doggone blueprint to get to whatever results you need in life. I say that because, listen, I did the exact same thing when it comes to fitness. I did the exact same thing when it comes to achieving some of the things that I wanted in life. And I got there because I follow a certain type of blueprint. All right? Don't let anybody tell you anything different, man. All right? Anyway, man, I hope this helped. I really do appreciate these questions and these answers, man. Listen, Q&A, I miss doing Q&As, man. Q&As was my ish. You know what I mean? For some reason, we got a lot of people that want to listen to the things that I got to say. We got a lot of likes up under this thing, a lot of comments. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys so much. Like, seriously, I really do thank you guys, man. And regardless what, people are going to say about me being mean and all the rest of these other things, I respect it. You know what I mean? Again, it comes with the territory. But one thing that people will honestly tell you about me, the people that's actually been around me, is I'm going to get it about you. I promise you, if you spend some time around KD, you are going to be a better version of yourself. Every time. I'm telling you, man, listen, dog. Hey, boy, we have made, well, I ain't gonna say we done made, but we have helped people do the impossible, do things that they never would have thought they could have ever done, man. I'm telling you, it's in you. It's in you. The right people will bring that. The right leader will bring that out of you. I promise you, every time. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. It's time for KD to get his work in, man. We about 30 minutes, too doggone late. Anyway, well, not 30 minutes, about a minute and some change late. I'm going to go ahead and throw my headphones in and get this workout in. I may even go live and chop it up with you guys a little bit later. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
What's going on, y'all? So today we're going to be talking about Ava Estelle. So this is actually a company that I seen on Facebook, and they caught my eye because I seen all the reviews actually came from people that look like me, people with that melanin skin. So I checked out their website, and they actually have over 170,000 happy customers, over 295,000 products delivered, and 4.4 stars on Trustpilot. And they give you a 100-day money-back guarantee. So I end up going with the Ultimate Body Care Set, which is the Activating Body Scrub, the Magic Cream, and last but not least, the Summer Body Cream. So for the first step, that Activating Body Scrub, what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to rub it in a circular motion on your face or on your body. And after that, you're going to leave it for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, you're going to go ahead and wash that off. So after you have washed off all of the Activating Body Scrub, then you're going to grab the Magic Cream and you're going to rub that in a circular motion onto your face or your body. And the last step is by far my favorite because it smells the best. Right after that, you're going to take the Summer Body Cream and you're going to rub that on your face or your body. And this stuff smells amazing. And it gives you that nice glow when you step outside. And the ingredients are 100% natural. And so I've actually been using it for about 30 days now, and I can honestly see a huge improvement in my skin. Feel free to check out my channel, KD's Empire, to see a day-by-day process on how everything is going. But don't worry, there's plenty to go around. They always have sales and deals going on. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below for you guys to go check them out. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Make sure you use KD15 at checkout and you'll get a nice little percentage off. All right, guys, don't forget to click that link down below. All right, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.